Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Matt Noon. Throughout my whole life, well, I guess my whole life, I've struggled with ADD, ADHD. Okay, I'm old enough that I was diagnosed. It was called ADD. Okay, I don't have the hyperactivity, but now the blanket term is ADHD for everything. Put on medication, and we can get into that later. But I did not like the medication. Okay, eventually after college, I stopped taking medication. I've learned ways how to be productive without medication. That's what I want to help you guys with. I want to help you learn to be consistent, stay focused, and to be able to finish tasks and be able to complete things, okay? I figured out how to do it without taking medication. I haven't taken medication probably in over 12 years. Like, I feel you when you can't stay focused or finish anything, when you feel lazy or broken or incapable because of a diagnosis, okay? I've been right there with you, okay? But I want to help you learn skills that can help with your ADHD, that can help you be more productive. Let's talk caffeine and ADHD, okay? Caffeine is the world's most popular drug. It's everywhere. Coffee, tea, sodas, it's everywhere. For one thing, it wakes us up and it boosts our focus. So it does help with that part of ADHD, which is very good, okay? We need to improve our focus and what wakes us up. It does affect our focus. It affects our dopamine, our sleep, and our energy. What caffeine actually does though, it blocks a neuroreceptor or neurotransmitter adenosine, which reduces our tiredness, hence waking us up. It causes slight dopamine boost, which is good because people with ADHD, we struggle with having lower dopamine than the average person. And when the slight dopamine boost is gonna improve focus. Too much can increase our anxiety and cause overstimulation. Think about, is it helpful for me? Is it beneficial? Am I taking too much? Am I doing too little? Do I feel focused when I have caffeine, or did it boost my anxiety too much? We have to find out what works for us. Again, this is gonna be like a trial by error thing. If I have a Diet Coke and it boosts my dopamine and my energy and my focus, and I'm good to do whatever activity I may do, then that may be a good thing. But if I have an Alani or a Monster, that higher dose of caffeine, did it increase it too much? Did that make me more anxious than actually focused? And we gotta think about that. So okay, here's 5 tips for using caffeine in ADHD. Okay, the first is to use caffeine consistently. Pair it with your routine. For me personally, I generally only have it on days when I have it before my jiu-jitsu class, which is at night, okay? I wake up really early, so when this class happens later in the evening, I need a little boost to get through it. So that's when I'll have a Diet Coke. When I'm feeling froggy, I'll have an Alani. Number 2, drink water and eat food when you have caffeine. Again, this helps just reduce the crash after having caffeine. The third tip is to try smaller and frequent doses to keep dopamine steady without burnout. Same thing as we talked about previously. If we have too much, it's gonna increase us, and it's gonna cause anxiety, which we do not want, anxiety and overstimulation. Tip 4 is we gotta avoid energy drinks, okay? I'm not saying you can't have them at all, but you have to be aware, when I have an energy drink, is it gonna boost me too much? Is my dopamine gonna be too high and my anxiety increase, or is it gonna be less? Is it gonna help at all? You know, we have to be aware of that and self-guide ourselves. Then the 5th thing is track our sleep and mood. If I notice that when I have an Alani instead of a Diet Coke, did my mood change? Did my sleep change? When did I, like I said, when did I have an Alani before jiu-jitsu class, and then next thing I know, I'm overstimulated Or did I have the Diet Coke and I was just good? We all have to ask ourselves this question. Okay, one of the main questions I had when I was going over this subject, obviously caffeine and ADHD, was what's the actual proper dose of caffeine that we're supposed to get in a day? I did not know this. Okay, I honestly did not even start drinking 0-calorie soda until 2 months ago. Okay, I went 20 years without drinking soda consistently. Okay, I stopped drinking soda in 10th grade after I did a study on the benefits of water. But recently, I've been a little more open-minded and I've changed, and I'm added soda back into my life. Will it stick? I don't know. Okay, that's part of the process. But in that, I had a question. What is the actual dosage of caffeine we're supposed to have in a day? So studies say that healthy adults can have up to 400 milligrams of caffeine daily. And honestly, when I first read that, I thought that was a lot. It's pretty nice that it's even that high. So let's talk about certain different individual things. We've already mentioned soda. So if I drink a soda is between 23 and 83 milligrams. So let's just say a soda is 50 milligrams. Everybody's favorite but me, coffee, is between 80 and 100 milligrams caffeine. Black tea, which is my preferred drink, is around 70. Energy drinks, on the other hand, range from 50 to 500. And there's probably stuff even more than that, honestly. The proper dose of caffeine is around 400 milligrams. So when we're going through this and we're testing ourselves, we have to find out, like, if I go to with 150 milligrams, most days I'll range in just having a tea in the morning. Then some nights I'll have a soda with dinner or before dinner. Sometimes I'll have, when I'm feeling froggy, I'll have an energy drink. I'll have an Alani. Okay, so now we're just gonna go back real quick over the main points of caffeine and ADHD. First one is you wanna use caffeine consistently, okay, and pair it with your routine. 2, you need to drink water and eat with your caffeine. You also wanna try smaller and frequent doses. 4th one is you wanna avoid energy drinks. Final thing is you wanna track your sleep, how are you feeling, and your mood, and see how you're feeling, okay? If I have something and it does not make me feel good and I'm too overstimulated, I'm too chaotic, then it is not a healthy thing for me to keep doing. One of the main things that you can do to start to change a habit is understand yourself. If I can understand myself, what makes me tick, how can I change these habits? Or use a tool like caffeine to make me feel better without crashing me, without giving me anxiety. If we can understand ourselves, we can really move forward a lot better, okay? And being willing to change. Not everybody's willing to change, but if we recognize something's wrong, we can finally start to change it,